Jesus makes it perfectly clear exactly what it is that we are supposed to be doing in Matthew 22. And let's look at this. So let me set the scene for you. Okay, so a Pharisee came up to Jesus wanting to test him, and he says, "Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law? Which is the greatest commandment in the law?" So the Pharisee comes up and asks Jesus, "Hey, Jesus, what's the most important thing to do? What's the most important thing we should focus on, Jesus?" Right? Now, what did Jesus say? Now, did Jesus say, "Oh, you got to go to church. Oh, you got to make sure you listen to Christian music. Make sure you don't drink alcohol"? Did Jesus say any of those things? No, here's what he said. "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind." Love God. That's what he said. This is the great and foremost commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. So what does he say? He says, love God, love your neighbor as yourself. And then he says this, "Upon these two commandments hang the whole law and the prophets." So this, okay, remember the Mosaic law is simply the written form of this fruit. Okay, and Jesus is saying right here, you can take this fruit and you can throw it out the window, okay? Because there is a new law in town, and it is the law of love. And that is what Jesus is saying. Now, this was Jesus's opportunity. If Jesus really thought that what we should be focusing on is how we dress, what kind of music we listen to, what kind of movies we watch, how often we go to church, and then he had his opportunity right there. He could have listed it all out, and we would have known exactly what laws are supposed to follow. But he didn't say that. He said, love. He said, you want to know what's the most important thing? Love. Love God first, and then love your neighbors as yourself. Love. He said, it replaces this. Love replaces all of that old stuff. It fulfills all of this. That's what he said. And what is relationship? What is I already gave you the answer. What is love anyway? Love is relationship. You're supposed to love God. That's the first thing. Relationship with God. What has God been inviting us to do since the beginning of time? To have relationship with him. Jesus is only saying that over again. He's saying, love God, have relationship with God. That's the most important thing. And you know what? When you do that, then God through you will love other people around you. Okay? Loving, the second part, the second commandment, loving others as yourself, that is an outflowing of your love for God. Because the more you focus on him and your relationship with Jesus, the more the Holy Spirit will transform you into the likeness of Christ. And the Holy Spirit will put that love in your heart and will love others through you. That's the way this works. It's not a bunch of laws. We are supposed to focus on loving God, on having a relationship with God, not following a bunch of rules.